Girls love guys that know what they want and know how to get it. And men too admire that in other men. At the end of the day, it is a competition. If you don't step up, somebody else will. What up, Casanova? Today, I want to talk about the importance of being dominant in your interactions with women and in life in general. Now listen up, because this is a very important quality that you're going to want to cultivate, as it will bring you tremendous results with women and make you more fulfilled in life in general, in your career, in your networking, in your relationships. So this is a two-part guide, and in this video, part one, I'll be discussing what it generally means to be more dominant and why it's important. Then in part two, I'll be sharing some practical steps for how you can start implementing this, as well as showing you some real life examples. So what does it mean to be dominant? Well, it essentially means to be on some general level in control of your space and of the interaction. Not controlling, but in control. So it means leading, directing, and just generally making sure that there's a certain inherent order or cohesion to the interaction. It also means that you are pushing your agenda or imposing your will onto the dynamic without making the other person feel overly uncomfortable or taken advantage of. You do not want to be domineering. Okay, that is someone who is demanding, unreasonably so, arrogant, rude, and bad-tempered. See, a dominant man protects and leads those under his charge. A domineering man is overbearing and dictatorial, and usually a product of some insecurities and unresolved emotions. Okay, so why? Why is it so important to cultivate this quality of being dominant? Well, first of all, it's a very attractive masculine quality. Girls love guys that know what they want and know how to get it. And men too admire that in other men. And this is a big byproduct or a necessary prerequisite for being confident. Look, the world is a giant marketplace of competing ideas and desires. So everyone's trying to push their own agenda, impose their will, etc., etc. That is human. So you need to impose your own as well. You need to take what you want out of life. Again, not at some major expense to others, but at the end of the day, it is a competition. If you don't step up, somebody else will.
Yo, quick announcement, my dude. Just want to briefly mention that over the last year, many guys have been asking me, how do you create chemistry with women? And this has sadly been exaggerated by the pandemic. That's right, I'm talking about that magic you see me create with the girls in my videos. So, I've decided to give away a super entertaining, uncut, infield bonus video showing exactly that. Just click on the link in the description below. By signing up, you're also joining the VIP list for our, wait for it, new course, Honest Chemistry, which will be released in the near future and will teach you everything to do with creating chemistry, from sexual tension to an amazing connection. This course has been more than a year in the making, and I'm really excited to release it. So be sure to click on the link in the description box or comment section below to get access to your bonus video and stay in the loop. All right, now let's get back into it.
And this principle is very evident in your interactions with women, especially when you're out at night, at loud, high stimulus environments. That's a great microcosm for this point. See, if you don't take some control of the dynamic of your space, if you don't push for what you want, you are susceptible to the will, the flow, and the energy of others and of the environment. And like I said, a nighttime or a high stimulus environment is a great microcosm for this, because it kind of captures all these forces that are usually at play in the world in a smaller environment. So imagine a really loud bar or nightclub. Okay, it's a loud, chaotic venue. There's music, there's commotion, there are a lot of people. People are drunk, there are loud and disorderly guys. The girls are highly stimulated, they're distracted, they're flirting with other guys, they're talking to their friends, there's drama, there's alcohol, etc., etc. So if you don't exert some kind of dominance, you will simply not survive in this kind of environment. You will not stand out. You will not get girls' attention. You just simply will not register on their radar. Also, if you do manage to initiate some interactions, they will stagnate. They will lack direction. Girls would get distracted. One of their friends is gonna run in and grab her and just walk away with her, and that's it. And you're just gonna watch it happen. Watch the girls just slip through your fingers. Or you're gonna, talk to her and stand in one place the whole time, and because you don't have the balls to, lead and to move her somewhere and to initiate some kind of continuity or evolution to the interaction, again, it will just stagnate. The girl will lose interest. She'll be like, whoa, what's going on? And then it'll just fizzle. Okay, or maybe some other guy is gonna come in and start talking who's like more dominant, louder than you. It's gonna get her attention, and bam, she's gone. Or you meet a girl during the day and you start talking to her. You've talked to her for 5 minutes, and instead of like saying, okay, well, now let's walk, or let's go grab a coffee somewhere, you're just gonna stand there in one place, and then it's gonna get awkward, and the girl's gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta go, because she's not gonna be the one who's gonna take initiative and try to push things forward and push her agenda. That's your job. And moreover, girls won't respect you if you don't exert some level of dominance in your interactions and in your life in general. They will not respect you. Sometimes they won't even consciously recognize it, but subconsciously they'll just be like, this guy's a fucking limp dick. They won't feel that attraction, they won't feel that pull, but they won't even respect you. A guy who cannot go for what he wants, a guy that they can just walk all over. See, women want to be feminine around a man who can also impose a certain control over the interaction, the dynamic, or that space. Think of it as, the yang to her yin, the order to her chaos, right? Like, she wants to be all feminine and flowy and like do her thing, but she wants a man who's setting, a certain guidelines, okay, certain rules to the game, certain order. No, this is how it's going to be. This is what's happening. This is the way I want things to shape up. Okay, so, and this is what makes, things more exciting, more stimulating for the woman. Imagine it as like a game, okay? Think of a video game where you can, like, I don't know, do a bunch of cool shit. Think of GTA 5, for example, right? You have all this freedom to do what you want and like shoot people and like drive all over LA, whatever. And that's cool, right? And think of that as like the feminine energy. Right, but what makes the game especially interesting, or more interesting, is the added dynamic of the boundaries, okay? Of the things you cannot do, the fact that the police can come after you if you, cross certain lines, that there are missions, right, that are kind of moving you along, certain guidelines, you gotta do this, you gotta take care of that. So that's what makes the game really interesting, is that combination of the chaos and the order, okay? The combination of I do whatever I want, the feminine energy, and then boom, there's also order keeping you in check and kind of moving you along, imposing a certain level of control over the entire experience. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment below, as well as tune in later this week for part 2 of this guide, where I'll be sharing some practical steps for how to be more dominant in your interactions with women, as well as showing you some real life examples. Also, don't forget to join our Honest Chemistry VIP list so that you can get your free uncut infield bonus video by clicking the link in the description below or in the comment section. Thanks again, and until next time.